dudes. So, today's episode, I'm going to take this standard 25.5-inch scale length Telecaster and turn it into a baritone. Turning a standard Fender style guitar, right, with a bolt-on neck, and replacing the 25.5-inch scale length neck with this bad boy, 27 3/4. And if I line them up like such, look how much longer that is. Bam! Yeah, so I thought this would be an interesting video to make. I've never done this before. I don't know if it's exactly going to work, but I also purchased, it's around here somewhere, it's right here. Yeah, the Baritone 6-string Slinkies. Yeah, so it's 13, 18, 30, 44, 60, or sorry, 56, 72. So I figure between the Baritone Slinky strings and the baritone neck, we're gonna get baritone tones. That's very Dr. Seussy of me. All right, dudes, just pulled out all the strings out of the guitar. Gotta take the neck off. I'm becoming more precious with my strings the more guitars I get. It's getting expensive to restring all the guitars. And I never used to break strings. Do you guys break strings? I'm not that aggressive on it, but I've occasionally broke a couple strings recently. I don't know if I'm getting kung fu grip or what, but yeah, I don't know why I've been breaking a few strings here and there lately. But all right, let's take a look at it. All right, here we are. So let's flip her over. So this is what happens when you do string ferrules on a Telecaster by hand. They're a little crooked, but anyways, that's not what we're here for. Those work just fine. We just got to remove this plate, take off the neck, and then we're gonna have to do a little bit of work with this neck. So this one needs a little more sanding. It's decent around the edges, but I think this thing, because look, all parts licensed by Fender, made in Japan. So it's obviously a lot more humid in Japan than it is here in Colorado. I think, we have some metal expansion here, and this was probably decently done when it was originally made, but now, the frets are a little sharp. So we need to take care of the fret dressing, and then it will need a nut. And then, it's pretty smooth, it feels pretty good, but we'll do a little more sanding to it. And then we'll do some tongue oil finish on it, which will look fantastic. And then we'll drill it and screw it in. Should be that simple of a change, and then we'll be all baritone-y. That's the hope anyways, right? So let's swap the neck, and I have plans for this neck. This neck's going in the Strat. I absolutely love these necks, these baked maple necks. They're so magnificent. The best feeling neck. If you've never played one, go get one. Try it out. You'll never go back to another style neck. You'll play these forever. Of course, this one isn't, but this one's a special case. These necks were not cheap. I got a good deal on this one. This still cost me like 180 bucks. So this isn't necessarily a cheap swap to do this. But I think it's gonna be worth it because I don't own any extended range guitars. I've wanted to own one. I've owned a couple 7 strings in my life. They never grew on me, and I never liked the string tension. That was one of the things I never liked with the 7 string. They were too loosey-goosey, especially on the 7th string, and they were just too muddy. So I'm hoping the baritone with a little more tension on the string kind of holds the low B note a little clearer when you play it, and don't play with so much gain. I think that's the other key. So, all right, let's take off the neck. Too much gap. All right, first things first, moment of truth. Ooh, that's a pretty snug fit. Dude, that neck goes on forever. All right, so when I was making a bunch of cigar box guitars back in the day, I bought this fret file thing that sits on the fretboard and just smooths out the edges of the frets with the fret file at like a 45-degree angle. So you just run it up and down the neck like such, and it kind of smooths the frets on the edges. So just wanted to show you guys this. This is what I'm using. I know there's some neat little fret files where you can groove it in there and kind of soften it. I don't have any of that stuff. I don't do enough of this work to really warrant purchasing those, and those files are pretty expensive. So I'll do it this way. I'll do it with some sandpaper. I'll get there eventually. You know, I'm not in a big hurry, so I won't totally ruin the neck in the process. So I'll get them good enough, and then I'll move on to the next step. Okay, one other snag I ran into with this neck is I have 10mm tuners for this neck. These holes, maybe you can tell, maybe you can't, these are 6mm. These are for like vintage style. So what I've done is I bought a hand reamer. I taped it off at 10mm, and I'm just gonna be real gentle, and I'm gonna ream out these holes. So it should be a fairly quick process. I'm gonna ream out this side and flip it over, ream out the other side to the tape line, and then see how close I am to the 10mm, and then I'll adjust accordingly, maybe even a light drill bit into the hole. But I'm trying to make sure I don't muck up the location of those holes that are already drilled. Okay, so I don't know how well that's going to show up, but I've reamered out the first one. Now I'll have to do the backside to the tape one. All right, right as rain. I don't know how well that's showing up. This is the one I reamed at 10. If you look next to it, that's still at 6. Clean, looks good, right? It's the best way I've seen to do it. It's more obvious on the backside for some reason. I don't know why. It's more obvious that this is a larger hole. So I'm gonna do the other 5. I'm not gonna bore you showing that video, but I at least wanted to show you one in case this is something someone else is interested in. This was like 12 bucks on Amazon. Super cheap, really effective. If you don't have a drill press to press these out, I think this is really effective for good size holes that are well drilled to begin with. So, all right, there's that. Dudes, we're down to the fun part. Just stringing the bad boy up. Look at that. Long ass neck. Oh, it's all super baritone-y. Yeah. Got everything polished up. Give you guys some shots of that. Yeah. So I'm sure I'll need at least one string tree. I don't know, I might need more, we'll see. You know how much I love string trees, so. Yeah, let's get it strung up. Excited to hear what this sounds like. I've never played a baritone. Played a 7-string, don't like them, but never played a baritone. So excited to see what sort of ambient machine this thing will be. Holy crap. So this B string is a 72 gauge. Look at this bad boy. This is a fatty. This is a bass string. This is gonna be awesome to put on here. Wicked. What's going on there? Definitely doesn't want to glide very smoothly, that's for sure. Oh, actually it doesn't fit. It's too big. I'm gonna have to drill out the hole. So I'm gonna have to drill out the tuner. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's a definite change from the smaller string to the fatter one. Yeah, brutal. We're gonna have to drill it out a little bit. All right, moment of truth number 2. Oh, we're gonna find out if that hole is big enough. Oh yeah. She's happy now. Dude, that string is huge. Huge. Guitar playing just got a whole lot more serious. Yes, it did. Dude, that 4th string being wound, that's gonna be weird. That's gonna take some getting used to. All right, uno más. Oh, it looks so cool. All right. What do you guys think? Yeah, man. Well, I'll have to set the saddles. I'll have to set the intonation. I'll probably have to readjust the neck. Yeah, it has a little dip, so we'll have to flatten that out. The nut possibly is still cut too high, so I still have work to do for sure, but there it is, at least with strings, right?
course, it does the chunky thing. My favorite chord with the chunky thing is this D chord. It looks like a G chord. Heavy. You get your typo negative thing going. Satisfying. I mean, I keep playing a bunch of stuff. It's very inspirational to play this instrument. It's so unique. It's different than a guitar. It's different than a bass. I play it with a pick. It does these weird, cool voicings. Does the funk thing kind of pretty good. Right? It's just, it's pretty versatile. It makes you think a different way about the instrument. It truly lives literally between a bass guitar and a regular 6-string. And it has its own place. Baritone's the way to go, in my opinion. If you're looking for an extended range instrument, the 7-string is kind of like the utilitarian instrument, in my opinion. But the key to this instrument is the string tension. You got to have some string tension on this low string. So you need a big fat string. You need an extended neck to support that string and keep the tension on the string when you're hitting it. It's how you're getting some actual clarity to the tone. Allows the string to vibrate properly without being all flabby and all over the place. So, tuning on the instrument is B, E, A, D, F sharp, B. So it's tuned to fourths just like a regular guitar. You chord it just like a regular guitar. Right? All the voicings are the same. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Really happy how this turned out. Yeah, going from the regular 25.5-inch scale length to the 27 3/4. It worked flawlessly. Just swapping one neck for the other. If you're curious what these pickups are, they're kind of a hodgepodge of pickups. So this is a Seymour Duncan hot rail in here, ceramic. This is like a DiMarzio, I don't know, hot telly pickup something. It's noise canceling. I'm not a big neck pickup for tellies. Shh, don't tell anyone. I don't love them. This sounds pretty good though. It's a little hotter. One thing, you won't be able to get your super bluesy bendy licks on. It's so much, at least I can't. I don't have the hand strength to do it. But to bend strings, it's more of a vibrato than a bend thing with this thing. More how I think you would play a cello, right? Does the bendy neck thing though. All right. Love one another. Take care. We'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.